In 1960, Congo finally won its independence from Belgium. It should have been the beginning of freedom, after 80 years of brutal colonial rule. Instead, within weeks, the country's first elected leader, Patrice Lumumba, was overthrown, arrested, tortured, and murdered. His body was chopped up and dissolved in acid. His remains never returned to his family. Why? Because he dared to say Congo's immense wealth should serve its people, not Belgium, not foreign corporations, not the West. This is the story of how Belgium, with the help of the United States, murdered Congo's first democracy. Congo had endured one of the most brutal colonial regimes in history. Under King Leopold II, Congo was run as a private fiefdom, not a colony, but a personal possession. Rubber and ivory were extracted with horrific violence. Millions of Congolese were killed or mutilated for failing to meet quotas. Even after Belgium officially annexed Congo in 1908, the exploitation continued. Copper, cobalt, uranium, gold, and diamonds were stripped from the ground to enrich Europe, while Congolese workers lived and died in poverty. By the 1950s, pressure for independence could no longer be ignored. Nationalist movements were spreading across Africa, and Congo was no exception. Patrice Lumumba, born in 1925 in a small village, rose as one of the movement's most powerful voices. Charismatic that Congo's future had to be built on sovereignty, political, economic, and cultural. On June 30, 1960, Congo declared independence. The ceremony in Leopoldville, now Kinshasa, was meant to be a moment of unity. Belgium's King Baudouin gave a speech praising his country's so-called civilizing mission. It was a whitewashing of decades of terror. Then, Lumumba stood up. His words shocked the Belgian delegation. He rejected colonial lies. He spoke of the humiliating slavery which was imposed upon us by force. He spoke of the whippings, the killings, the insults, the land stolen, and the people denied dignity. His speech electrified Congolese listeners and outraged Belgium and its allies. Within weeks, Congo's fragile independence began to unravel. The army mutinied against its white officers. The mineral-rich province of Katanga, backed by Belgian mining companies, declared secession. Belgium landed troops under the guise of protecting Europeans. Behind the scenes, Belgian officials worked with Western intelligence to destabilize Lumumba. For the West, the stakes were clear. Congo's resources were enormous, especially its uranium. The same uranium from Congolese mines that had been used in the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. During the Cold War, Washington and Brussels feared that Lumumba, who accepted Soviet aid when the West turned its back, might bring Congo closer to Moscow. To them, Congolese independence was less important than access to minerals. The CIA and Belgium began plotting. They funneled money to opposition leaders, spread propaganda to discredit Lumumba, and supported his rivals in government. In September 1960, Joseph Mobutu, then a young army officer and CIA asset, launched a coup. Lumumba was placed under house arrest. He managed to escape for a time, trying to rally supporters in the east, but he was captured by Mobutu's soldiers. On January 17, 1961, Patrice Lumumba was flown to Katanga, where Belgian officers and Katangan separatists awaited him. There, he was beaten, humiliated, and finally executed by firing squad. His body was then hacked to pieces and dissolved in acid to prevent it from becoming a symbol of resistance. For decades, Belgium denied involvement. But documents, testimonies, and later admissions made it clear. Belgium and the CIA wanted him gone, and they got their wish. After Lumumba's death, Congo descended into decades of dictatorship. Joseph Mobutu, later Mobutu Sese Seko, took full power with Western backing. For more than 30 years, he ruled Congo, renamed Zaire, as a kleptocracy. Billions in wealth flowed out through foreign corporations and Mobutu's personal fortune, while ordinary Congolese remained among the poorest people in the world. Today, Congo is still rich in resources. Cobalt, coltan, copper, the minerals that power our phones, our laptops, our electric cars. But the people remain trapped in poverty and conflict. The chain of exploitation that began with Leopold's rubber and ended with Lumumba's assassination still stretches into the present. The West still takes. Congo still suffers. In 2002, Belgium finally expressed regret for its role in Lumumba's death. In 2022, it returned his only known remains, a single tooth kept by a Belgian officer. That was all his family received after more than 60 years. No justice, no reparations, just a token gesture. Patrice Lumumba once said, "We are not alone. Africa, Asia, and free men everywhere will always be found at the side of the Congolese." His words remain a rallying cry for all who resist colonialism and exploitation. His life was short, but his legacy endures, as a reminder of what was stolen and of the courage to demand it back. The death of Patrice Lumumba was not an accident of history. It was a crime committed by Belgium, aided by the West, to protect empire and profit. And like all colonial crimes, its consequences are still with us today. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more deep dives into the world's incredible histories.